Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening to our global family. This is Power to Lead show with Nitsiginoto. On a Wednesday evening, as usual, we come together to empower, innovate, inspire, influence, educate, and talk about issues of our lives. Thank you so much to our viewers for being with us tonight. We are celebrating the International Women's Day. I don't think it should be only one day. Every day is an International Women's Day for us because we take care of ourselves. Every day we have to celebrate ourselves, to take care of ourselves so we can take care of other people. So today I'm not alone in the studio as usual, but today I'm with beautiful queens from all around the world. Before we go further, let us do our custom. I'm going to open this show with a short prayer. Let's all bow our heads as we pray. If you believe, it's okay. Father, we thank you for being with us, Almighty God. We thank you for the gift of life today. And we are here together with other beautiful women, your princesses, your queens all over the world, to say thank you for creating us as women. And we come together to look at what we can do together to help each other, uplift each other, and grow with our girls together. Be with us now as we're about to share the stage, as each and everyone is going to speak. Anoint their tongues so that they speak what you want to come to the world today as the help. Thank you in the mighty name of Yeshua HaMashiach. Amen.
Amen.
Wow, thank you so much, beautiful ladies. Thank you so much. We are in the studio, and it is a beautiful rainbow nation from South Africa to UAE, Dubai to Mexico, USA. We are so blessed. Let me allow the ladies to introduce themselves. I'm going to start with Adriana Basulto. We're going according to the line that is on our flyer. Let me bring forward Adriana. Please tell us who you are and where are you from?
Hello, everyone. It's such an honor to be with you, and thank you so much for that beautiful prayer that you said before. First of all, you remind me that I'm a woman of faith. I'm Mexican, and I am G100, a Women Economic Forum Business Networking Chair from Mexico City. I'm also council member of an NGO called Yo Quiero, Yo Puedo, in which we mainly work to help women in extreme poverty through different ways and different kinds of paths so they can achieve better conditions to work. And also we work to avoid the sale of girls in Mexico City. And I have been an entrepreneur for 20 years in real estate business, luxury real estate business in Mexico City. And that's mainly what I've done. And it's an honor to be here.
Thank you. Thank you so much. What a beautiful introduction. Let me bring in a lady from South Africa, from Pretoria, Zetukoza. Please tell us who you are and where you are from and what do you do?
Good day to everyone, and happy Women's Day. My name is Zetu Kosa, as it has been mentioned. I am in Pretoria, the capital city of South Africa. I work for government, the agency called Social Security Agency, where we offer grants. But I'm not here representing my organization. I'm here in my personal capacity. But I will touch on the areas that my job has exposed me to, being community development, being it linking beneficiaries to economic empowerment, and working with disadvantaged in general. I also volunteer as a counselor with the Lifeline Pretoria, and I do life coaching. That's me in a nutshell. Thank you.
Wow, thank you so much for a beautiful introduction. I'm going to bring in Zara Al Dawish from Dubai from the UAE. Please tell us who you are, where you're from, and what do you do. Thank you for being with us today.
First, thank you. Thank you very much. And thank you for giving me the chance to be in your show as well. My name is Zahra Habib Al Darwish, as you all know. I'm from UAE in Dubai. Um, I'm an entrepreneur. I have like 2 to 3 businesses in event management and e-commerce uh, and investments. Um, I am a writer and a writer and novelist as well. I have around 4 to 5 books right now, so I'm in process to write my 6th book. I am a motivational speaker as well as I'm an investor. I do invest in crypto and in cryptocurrencies and crypto minings and this thing. So
Oh,
that's about me. Yeah. Thank you.
thank you, Zara. You know,
Yeah.
women are so versatile on this platform. Thank you so much for joining
Yeah.
us. Let me bring in another flower from South Africa, from Gauteng province, Nosimzamo. Please tell us who you are, where you're from, and what do you do?
Good evening and happy Women's Day. And thank you for this opportunity where you've invited me to be a panel member on this special day for women. I'm Nespiwa Mzamo from South Africa, based in Gauteng. I call myself a management professional because I diverted from my initial qualification or what I studied for. I'm a geologist by profession and now currently ventured into human resource. I'm an executive HR working for Mintech, where we do R&D for the mining industry, specifically mineral processing. I've worked for a mining industry for about 12 years and have been with Mintech for almost 13 years now. Started as a technical manager, and for the past 2 years, I've been an executive manager for Mintech. I also sit in several mining houses boards as a non-executive director, and I'm passionate about building women and empowering. My slogan is as you rise, you need to lift. And that's me in a nutshell. Thank you.
Hello.
Hello. Did we lose Nzigi?
I think we did. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe.
Okay, I thought I'm the one who's lost and left alone.
No, no. I
Because
was waiting to hear something.
I can only see my face on the screen.
That's good. Take a Snapchat for you.
Perhaps I don't know if you want to continue with the program or to talk about the next 5
Yeah.
minutes.
Yeah, yeah.
We run her program on her behalf.
Okay. So tell us. It's amazing what you do, what you were saying.
Yeah, thank you. And you know, moving from technical background and to HR, it's yeah, it's very interesting.
Yeah, it's a big jump, big jump. I've been in IT. I'm still working actually in IT departments, but my passion is in event management. So it's like a big jump
Yeah.
from a
Yeah,
technical to an event. Yeah.
for me, my passion is people. So it was easy to fit in this role because
And
of
HR.
yeah, because my passion is people.
Yeah. Let me take
Wow, thank you so much, ladies. You see, I'm in my own studio, and they kicked me out, and I fought back.
We were
and
ready
we were
to
wondering where are you?
Welcome back. Are you there, Ziki? I think she's.
Did we lost her again?
I think we did. So we.
Oh, wow.
What you do, Sarah, is also amazing. All the things, all the fields, so different. No, there's no.
Yes, yes.
You're busy. I mean, all of you. You're amazing.
I was interested on the crypto mining. I'm like, okay,
There was
there
like,
Yes, yes.
met someone. I need to connect here.
Yeah, please connect with me, inshallah. Maybe you'll be with my group, you know,
I know
because
I'm
we are
taking
doing them.
only wealthy women here. I mean, Masare or Sarah, how do we call it?
So let's chat then.
It's so nice.
But there is anyone, I mean, in this broadcast, someone is watching us somewhere, or it's only us.
I think we're at the Siki page. No,
We are on mute, yeah.
I didn't know how
Ziti.
to make it to my page, but maybe later, you know. But so she said before that we should talk like friends and like to get to know each other. So let's continue with that. I never thought I would be hearing about Bitcoin in this talk today. Well, not Bitcoin, but currencies like cryptocurrency. That's
While we're waiting, Zara can tell us more about it, seeing that we are all interested in it.
wow, that's so nice. That's amazing.
Oh, my team, inshallah.
But for me, spirituality is abundance, no? So that's what we need to do in the world, and to be comfortable, to be as good leaders, and to keep
Yes.
earning money and generate employments, and to. So it's awesome. It's really a pleasure to be with
Yes.
you.
See, actually, it is an American company I'm working with. It's not like working, like you can say, like in partnership with them. We have a different products and services as well. One of them is the cryptocurrencies and the crypto mining. So there's of course the forex, and you have the equities, the shares, and all these things. So mainly what this organization is doing is teaching you and telling you exactly how you can do the trading by yourself. So you don't need anyone from outside, like they are taking your money, or they are doing the trading for you, and at the end you don't know if they are right people or not. So what I liked in this company the most is the crypto mining, because what they are doing is like you are buying a license for this cryptos, and they have linked this crypto currencies with commodities, like let's say the natural gas.
Okay.
So they have created a cryptocurrency for this natural gas, but it's affected with the commodities. It's not like 100% crypto itself. So what has happened, like when the projects starts, they start mining. So when you buy the license, start mining for you, start mining until 10 years. So after 10 years, you will be holding all those stocks in your hand.
Wow.
Okay, and then in between, of course, if you want to use the money that you want to use the money, or you need the money or something, you can withdraw, you can put again, and all these things. But imagine that if right now it is like 0.001, because the project is just started. So maybe after a while, like after 2-3 years, it may come to, like, let's say like 1 naga, Like one cryptocurrency is considered for one nag, which is natural gas. So you just multiply with the number of the the mining that you have. Let's say that you have around 1,000. Let's say after 10 years, it maybe goes for 700 or 600, 600 or 700 cryptocurrencies. So if you multiply your hand, so it's like you are having a passive income
Wow,
for a life.
that's
Yeah,
Wow.
and yeah, and at the same time, you can have like the cryptocurrencies, like the auto trading that is trade by itself. So it is actually is very, 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 very profiting, and it is like a passive income. It's something that you think about it after a while, not for now.
so interesting.
Yeah.
So,
So you just take and keep, yeah.
okay, that's so nice. So we should have many, many more talks. So, and dear sister Nziki says that we should go on. I mean, she's having a little bit of issues. Ah, she's coming back now.
Yeah.
So,
Yes, yes,
okay.
thanks. So just listening to the conversation, because I know, this cryptocurrency, business, a lot of people come in as scammers online. So we need
Yeah.
this. It's a topic of another day on its own, so that we
Yeah.
get the right people who do it, and also teach people to do it the right way, and not the way that everyone is like, I'm a trader, I'm doing this, and robbing people online. That's other things about the digital. When
Yeah.
everybody wants to digital for the wrong reasons. So we bring in those right reasons and the basic needs and the basic access to digitalization for even the girl that is in the rural areas.
Exactly.
So I'm going to leave it. That was Zara presenting. Who's going after Zara?
We did introduce ourselves, all of us.
Yes, all of you.
Oh.
Okay, wonderful.
Yeah.
Now let's get on the topic. How can we we said we're not going to really be not really focusing, we're not going to be following, exactly what is given by the UN. We have our own needs, our own opportunities in our own countries, our own regions and sphere where we are. So we are going to be relevant, but towards the topic. The topic is our guideline. I love that background with Nosi, digital innovation and technology for gender equality. Now, the question to you ladies is, how can we then accelerate equality for women and girls in this digital space? Let me start with Adriana.
Wow, that's a really nice word. Thank you. I thought somebody else was going to start, but I think maybe my side is from a social point of view. So I think in order to get that way, first we need to go a little bit back and to start teaching our girls, or even, I mean, even for me, we had to face so many challenges after COVID and to get to be more into digital area and platforms that I realized we need to make a more harmonious or more human way to relate to technology. And that way we can create this environment for girls and for women that it's a really safe environment, because I think with all these technology applications and everything, I mean, it's amazing. Those are amazing tools for work. Even now, I'm super happy to get to know you, and it makes the world so small. and there has so many positive things, but I also think that this makes us a little bit vulnerable. So I think we should pay attention into that area of how to create a human technology environment. I don't know, what do you think about it? Or okay, should I keep talking? I think also, in order to have these girls and these women more involved into technology, we need to believe in ourselves. No, we need to start feeling or knowing that we're leaders and that we are capable of many things. I mean, I don't think we want to become like men. I think we are completely different, but we can work together and we can generate like some new ways of empower women in this digital space. Working together. But first of all, we need to believe in ourselves that we are capable of being in these leadership positions, because I think in worldwide, men are taking most of the decisions even now. And the other topic that you said before, and I think it's really concern or really important to take also to have new ideas, is how can we make women from rural areas to get more involved in that? Because what I see at the NGO that I'm into, that sometimes, I mean, of course, we want the girls to learn how to use the internet and how to empower her, but sometimes they don't even know about human rights, or they don't even know that they are worthy. So there are so many things that I think we should talk about it before that, in order to the girls or the new or future generations accomplish this challenging time of the digital area. Thank you. Siki? Is anyone here with me?
I am with you.
Hello. I don't know if anyone wants to comment something about it, or what do you think?
I guess, I don't know. Am I audible?
Yes.
Yeah, I can
Okay.
hear you.
I'm thinking that in the interest of time, we just have to go on, even if it's just your face that is in front, but just
Yeah.
continue with conversation.
Okay.
So I'll go next. As I had indicated earlier, that I work in an environment where we serve the poorest of the poor in this country, and that takes us to the remote and rural areas of this country, where they are limited and to almost no opportunities available in those areas. What COVID did was, as bad as it was, it brought some good in that it made things possible for us without even having to get to those places. It even brought the whole world closer and together, that we can now hold a conversation like we are doing right now, where I'm talking to you, where you are in Mexico, and Zara is in Dubai. That's what it has done. So with that, all you need is just a gadget. This device can access you to whatever opportunities that are out there. And women, and now bring it closer to the topic, being women, regardless of the age, we are nature. We are nature's by nature, and we have many responsibilities. With all things equal with men, but when it comes to a woman, we still have a lot of things to take care of, which disadvantages us in being on the equal footing with them. So with the innovations that are here in place, they bring about opportunities and chances for us to be able to do as much as we want to do from wherever we are. Today, you can engage with the world, conduct business, do banking, get online and do classes and do researches, and even do shopping, do everything without even leaving your house. Women have a lot of things to take care of. So the use of technology has really enabled them to do as much as they can without having to drive around and move around, which is time consuming, giving them enough time. And now when it comes to opportunities available for them, using the digital space, when you look at the women in the remote and rural areas or with low education and socioeconomic status, they are not aware of what's available, what they can access, whilst they are holding this thing in their hand. This thing is not just for social media where you're just checking what people are up to, but this tool here can help you in engaging in so many ways, developing yourself, running a business, educating yourself, accessing services, making applications. And for those who are already in business and are more advanced and privileged, there's artificial intelligence that they can make use of, where they can even conduct their business in a much better way, which will require less human interaction by programming the machines, the robots, to conduct business. In farming, for instance, they can now these days do the surveillance and check if the farm has got any intruding any game into the farm, where they can also check stuff like the growth, monitor the growth of the plants just by using technology. So there's so much that could be done to advance women with technology. I think I'll leave it at that for now and move on to the next panel member. Thank you.
Oh, it's me. Okay. Okay, you can hear me?
Yes, we can.
Okay. So, for me, I would say, and first of all, of the usage of the technology, especially that I'm a mother and I have around 4 kids. It's kind of irritating me because whatever I do, especially with my girls, even if I put restrictions of using something or something like that, still the things that which I don't want them to see is just coming up, and that is really, I believe it's affecting the mindset of the children. This makes them more mature than they are right now. So they may ask you some questions which is I believe it is not for their age or something like that. So it is like a big challenge for any mother or anyone who want to control their kids from seeing and watching all these things. Now about uh, uh, the equity, I think that um, there is I have if you know about the robot Sophia, she came to UAE in Dubai, and I met her. I spoke with her, so she's really looks like a human. Okay, and that is I see it as a little bit strange and dangerous as well, because we don't want to replace ourselves as a human with some robots or something like that. And yeah, so that's it from my side. Yeah.
Thank you. I'm going to come in from an HR point of view in terms of the theme itself, the issue on gender equality. And after looking into this topic, I look at the type of graduates that South Africa produce that are going to assist us to make sure that we're able to accelerate women to participate in innovation and technology. And as I was doing my research, it was shocking. What I've got into is that only 13% of graduates that leave tertiary institution with qualifications in science, technology, engineering, mathematics are women. And with these shocking statistics then, and if you see or where the world is going, and even though we're currently having challenges of bridging the gap, if then this is the skills that we are producing, and so then the gaps is actually getting wider. And then how then are we going to able to make sure that then women are able to participate in this fourth industrial revolution? It then one have to think as, how do we then close the gap? And I think it starts with making sure that mathematics and science, it becomes fashionable, so that then our girls at a young age, they get exposed to the type of careers that are available within the STEM sector, and also and encourage them to participate in that space. And also I think it's important to have role models. And I'm thinking, looking at myself, when I grew up, I never even knew that there was a subject called geology until I found myself at university. And that's a story for another day as to how do I end up being a geologist. But I think it is important then that we encourage parents, peers, that then there's a gap, there's a huge gap in the market in terms of our girls preparing themselves to participate in the STEM sector, because we've seen it, as Zetu said, with the COVID, technology is becoming a way of life. And if then this the type of skills we're producing as a country, the gap is just going to get wider. And I think for me, coming from an HR point of view, I think it's important that we promote science, technology, engineering at a very young age, that our girls get exposed to these type of careers that are available. Thank you.
So,
It has been a beautiful, a topic that you all presented from different industries and different backgrounds and experiences. That's the most important thing. Now, my question to all of you again is, how do we then still align people into their passion and purpose when we see there's a trend, like we're talking about STEM now? STEM now, there's agriculture at the end that has been added. Now, people have passions and purposes on earth. And now this digital space is kind of focusing them into what is a gap, the science, your math and academics. Others are not in that sphere. How do we also make sure that they are also included in this digitalization era? All right, let me go back to Adriana. Let me mute Adriana. Let's mute, unmute. Okay.
sorry, I had a problem. I couldn't hear the question. I don't know if you want to start with someone else, or can you please repeat me? Sorry.
The question is,
Yeah.
how do we make sure people have passions and purposes? And now we're looking at the gap and what can boost the economy. We're looking at the gap of, we need to focus, and they must be on the STEM or STEMmer, with adding the agriculture at the end. but also let's now align them in all industries, because not everyone is going to be good in math and science and technology, but everybody needs to use this digital space. How do we assist even the person who cannot do a thing about it?
Thank you. And well, I think I totally relate with what Nosy said before, that we need to break down stereotypes. You know, like the girls do this, and as a parents, we just teach them like to be somehow. I mean, I was raised to be married, and that's the only thing I haven't done. So still waiting, but okay. So I think that's the first or the way to start, you know, in order to things can begin to change with kids, with boys also. It's all about that, you know, that let them know that there's a full world of possibilities that they can have, not just like you're a girl and you have to behave this way, then you have to dress this way, and you have to be this. No, so also what Nosi said, I totally agree, is that with example, no, you know, sometimes you don't know who's watching. I mean, there's this little girl who works with, well, her mother here at home, and she's my friend. And it's so nice when she starts like asking me or saying, "I want to be a businesswoman," and it's really nice, not for the ego, but yeah, I say it again. So sorry. Sometimes you don't know who's watching, you know, and who's paying attention, and making some new ideas or what was their life were supposed to be. And all these new technologies and all these new era digital, so many new careers that I'm not even aware of that. Some of what you were saying, but I think it's most of the again, breaking down stereotypes and giving a good example, not a good example, but a proper example of diversity and equity, and that we can improve whatever we can achieve whatever we want in life, mainly. Thank you.
Right. Thank you. Let's hear from Zetu. We are breaking the stereotypes, but we still allow people to be who they were created to be. Passion and purpose is also part of being who we are, rather than just maybe focusing them where we see there's a gap. They didn't have opportunities of being in math and science, but still, like someone wants to be in business, how do we still allow and help to accelerate this digital space?
Okay. In my view, I will say it starts with knowing yourself, knowing what you like, knowing what excites you. Uh, because the purpose tends to be a bit difficult, a bit tricky to identify your purpose. Uh, Not many are successful in identifying it at an earlier stage. But if you know yourself, know your interest, and again, I'll focus on those who are disadvantaged, being in the rural areas, remote areas, and with no services and much information coming their way. I think once you know yourself, there's this app, powerful app, Google. If you can just go onto Google and start punching in the looking for ideas of if you have this passion, what is it that you can pursue, just to get ideas. And also when you may be watching the news or listening to people talking and hearing what they're doing, and you may find something that may be of interest or something that you've never heard of, a title that you've never heard of. Just go again back to Google, Google it, learn more about it, and find more information. Because with that group that I'm referring to, the biggest, from my experience and exposure to them, is lack of information. Things that may seem very simple to us being exposed, they've never heard of. They've never, this past holiday, I was talking to a matriculant, someone who's finished matric. This person had never touched a computer. Something that may seem very simple to another person. This person had never touched a computer, and I had to. I don't know. Am I still there?
Yes.
Yes, yes, yes. Continue.
Okay.
We listen.
So if people can have that confidence, or so, because sometimes people are scared to ask the next person, but Google, no one needs to know how much you know or do not know. You just go there and Google. Now, when you are there, you can get so much information, and even who to contact, how to go about things, and start in small steps. And when it comes to Facebook, which many of us are part of, are part of, make use that of Facebook to connect with the groups of interest. You know, if you're a miner, you find other miners. If you're a farmer, you find other farmers, and you find people from the entire globe that you can interact with and learn from, benchmark, share ideas and experiences, and advance yourself from wherever you are without even having to step out and travel and go to them. I'll end there for now. Thanks.
Thank you so much. Thank you, Zetu. Let's come back to Zara. Zara, what's your take on the question of aligning people to who they are, still breaking the stereotypes?
Okay. Um, I would say that there's a different type of people who's having a different taste, different way of thinking, and all these things. Um, but like um, like uh, like what you say that like when we were young, the only thing they told us is you are raising up to get married and to have a kids and all these things. Um, but right now it's all actually has changed, especially from our cultural perspective in UAE and being Muslims and these things. Um, uh, the culture has been changed. Like it's not like we have to wait and wait and wait until someone comes to us. So the woman herself, she's going out, she's studying, she's working, and she's are capable to live her life alone, so she can take the responsibility of herself, of her health, and her own life. Um, on the internet, I would say that again, it's how exactly we are controlling the thing. How is the culture of using the applications available there in social media and in that space. For us in UAE, I would say the most of the application used is Snapchat, Instagram, Twitter. So most of the locals, UAEs, and the people from GCC, you can see them over there, and we kind of have the same mentality and the same way of thinking, but still there should be some control, like how what I'm going to see, what I'm going to say, and what will be like uh, the response of what I'm saying or what I'm doing. So yes, that's it from my side.
All right. Thank you. Let's hear from Nosi. Um, okay, Nosi, we are breaking the stereotypes, but
Yes.
still we allow people to be, because we all are different and unique. People still have their own passions and purpose according to how they were created. How do we still not put a child under pressure and say, go for math, go for science, because they should be in digital space? This is what is needed right now. How do we still become relevant and accelerate the inclusion of other areas?
I think what is critical and important is someone knowing who they are. And I think there's something that women have done so well. I'll speak in our area, or in terms of being an African woman. Things that our parents did so well was the concept of stokvel. But we need to take that stokvel concept into how do we build each other? How do we build the girl child? How do we build that confidence to say, this is who I am, this is my passion, and as much as I want to participate in this space, what strengths do I have as a person? And then how do you then best work on your strength to be the best version of yourself? And I think when we started introducing ourselves, I know myself that I'm good with people, but because of, I think, societal pressures, I found myself in science and engineering space. But thank God gave me the brains to participate in that space. But then I find myself in a space where people think now, oh, you ventured into HR, but why HR? Why a geologist in HR? What are you doing in HR? But it is a space where I feel I'm able to build someone else. I'm able to influence the decisions of the organization, where I can say, how do we best empower? How do we ensure that the organization that I work for, there's equality, there's women empowerment? What policies that the organization has, so I have more influence in terms of how do you then bring that gap? And so I think what is very important then is that we need to educate our girls to understand themselves, to understand who they are, and then they can work on these skills. I know I've got a friend that was an IT executive for one of the big companies. But as you were saying, now we are moving into STEMA, and she moved into agriculture, and she loves what she's doing. She loves farming, and she said, "I'm leaving IT, but I'm moving into the agricultural space." But then, because she's got that background of IT, she's able then to transfer the knowledge of using technology into the agricultural space. So as I think we should not box ourselves into a specific your qualifications that you studied for. What I've learned is that the fact that you have an initial degree, it means as a person you are teachable, so you can then move from one skill to the other. And I think that's the message that I would like to take it out to girls. And I'm actually doing it with my own daughters, to say, don't be boxed by the society, but it is important to then follow your passion. Thank you.
So much. Let me bring everybody to stage again so we can have a beautiful conversation. Wow, ladies, thank you so much. This is the Happy International Women's Day. We are celebrating in bringing the opportunities and ideas. There's something I want us to talk about before we can even get to closure. What are your takes on personal assessment beyond what you know you are? This is what also Zetu spoke on knowing yourself. To know yourself, sometimes you think you know yourself. When you get to do personal, assessment online, there's so many that are free online. Let's continue to go to that app, Google or Google. it helps you to find so much education that is free of charge. What is your take on personal assessment beyond what you know who you are? Let's start with Adriana.
Wow. I love this topic. I mean, it's amazing, first of all, to hear you all and to learn from each one of you. We're from so different countries, but somehow we. This is the meaning of sisterhood, no? That we're looking for the same things, and what Nosi said about the passion and what. I mean, it feels awesome to get to know you. So thank you very much. And about your question, it took me so long to like fall in love with me because I felt for many years that um, I wasn't enough for the projections of other persons or my family or everything. So for me, the path that I took, it was like meditating. That's what helped me in my business. I started my own business many years ago. So at some moment, I realized that I have to do it by myself. I mean, there's no like a prince that's gonna come and save me, as some movies taught me. And I was like, but besides, I don't want a prince now. No, I wanna see what am I capable of. And another thing that you mentioned, it's about the skills, and it's amazing when you start learning. Like for example, I told you before, I'm dyslexic, so sometimes numbers are not easy for me. Uh, and that makes me for a long part of my life to make me feel silly or dumb, or I was a shy girl because I didn't thought I was as smart enough as other girls. So when I start focusing on myself instead of others, and I realized that I could keep learning and many things, it was awesome, you know. And that moment when you start like falling in love with yourself, it just it's such an abundant moment for my life, for example, and it generates so many abundance of love, abundance of friends, abundance of teachers, abundance of any kind of abundance. So for me, that's what has worked. And I love working to the service. I mean, like service for other people. And it's amazing. That's what I think it has been like something really important in my life to get to be committed to my beliefs, and to what I'm looking for in life. You know, and I think that's a little bit of me. Thank
All
you.
right. Thank you. Let's get it from Z to Z. You put across and you put it to us that one must know themselves better. Now, on personal assessment, what is your take? There's so many tests, those psychometric tests that are free online, where you think you know yourself and it tells you something else about you. What's your take on that?
Wow. I would say uh, you need to shut your ears off from all the noises that are coming from society, from all the people that you look up to, because we tend to want to impress, want to be seen to be good in what they view as important, which you may ordinarily not. So when I say shut off your ears to that, I'm saying that so that you can find the true self that you are without being influenced by anybody else, not even your own mother, but find yourself so that you can be the best that you should be and that you are when you have found yourself. So I would say what seems to be working well is finding your values as an individual. What do you value? We can even sit down with a pen and paper and list them. We can list them up to 20. Everything that you at this present moment you find to be of value to you. And then you start rating them. Which one is, maybe give them a rating of 5, and see each one of them, how they rate. From there, you'll be able to narrow it down, and those that value, that have got a higher rating, you'll be able to see them and start seeing a pattern as to what is important to you. You know, and you can list them, from, all phases of life, be it education, be it, career, be it finances, religion, uh, socially, in all aspects, so that you can see how you see things and what's important to you and what is of value to you. And then once you've done that, it helps you to build the person that you want to be, the person that you are happy to be, the person that, because we all know you can't pour from an empty cup. So for the people to appreciate you and enjoy you, you need to enjoy yourself first. It starts with you. And once you have identified what's important to you, you'll be able to identify what you like to do based on what's important to you. And that's when, again, you go back to the very same technology we're talking about to get more knowledge about, the opportunities that are available, the methods of going around it, and making applications. All that, again, you can still do from that village that you're coming from. You don't have to travel to the big city anymore like it used to be done before, that people would pack and go to Johannesburg because that's where opportunities were seen to be at. But now you can be right where you are. You can even conduct, even when once you find yourself, conduct a business just from where you are. So, yeah, it's very important that you know who you are, you know what's important to you, and you work around that. And believe you me, even that society that has their own views of how you should be living your life will be happy with you once you are happy with yourself, with the choices you've made that are progressive. Thank you.
Wow, beautiful. Before I breathe into this, let's hear from Zara. What's your take on the personal assessment that you get online? You can unmute yourself. Zetu brought it very close that, with this personal assessment, really you need to do it yourself. Are you trying to unmute from your side, Zara?
Oh, yeah, sorry, I was on mute. Okay.
Yes, yes, you're muted. Okay. What's your take on the personal assessment online beyond knowing yourself? What they tell you about you?
Okay. I would say that I, in certain time of my life, I was like, I have a very high expectations for what I want to do, and how I want to do it, and how I want to reach it, and all these things. Maybe I can say that before I get married, before I get my kids, and all these things. So I had those plans in my mind, without putting in my mind that one day, if I got married, I would have my own life, I would have my own kids, and all these things. So now, after I got my kids, my all you know those those self plans that I have put it for myself has been changed to, in a way that it can fit to my family and to the new life that I'm going to. Um, I remember, like, why did I started my business? In fact, it's because of my family. Because when my when my first child, uh, like when I got her, I was working as a very high post in one of the private companies in UAE. But what happened is, um, due to my pregnancy and my kid, I had to take a decision that shall I continue with this work or I have to leave it and I have to look after my family. So the situation was very, very, very difficult for me, especially that after the delivery, the kid, I had to take her in early morning while she's sleeping to my mother house. And later on, I used to take her from my mother house to my house again at night while she's sleeping as well. So it was difficult situation for me. Like I didn't know what to do at that time. I knew that I was doing something wrong, but I was like pushing myself to go ahead until one situation happened that my kid, she was not able to recognize me because uh, she's not around me more often. I mean, most of the time she's either with her grandmother or the nanny. So for her it was a bit difficult to recognize me and to know me, and that is awake me actually, and it's made me think that okay, I have to do something. So from there, I have resigned from my work and I have started my own business, so I can have that time to stay with her and to look after her, and in the same time I do work uh, and like to reach to my goals and my objectives, my dreams, maybe not in the same path that I wanted before, but in a different way, but at the end I will reach for it. And that's what happened, alhamdulillah. Right now, like I have like 2 to 3 businesses. I'm a writer and novelist. I do investments, and I have some other businesses as well. So I feel myself that that was a good decision to, like to uh, to reach to the balance in my life with me and with my family and all these things. So yeah, thank you.
Thank you. So, really, personal assessment can really get too personal, right? To an extent that you have to make serious decisions about yourself, even knowing yourself better, and to make that decision for others too around you. No, see, this is what you do the most even in the marketplace. You make us go through psychometric tests as personal assessment tests, performance tests. Why do we do this? And what is the essence of it? Maybe let me change the question when I get to you. What is the essence of this really? Not just in the marketplace, but for people to know themselves as well.
Yeah, personal mastery, it's very important in terms of knowing who you are. And I think one of the greatest authors that wrote a good book on personal mastery was Steve Covey, in terms of seven habits of highly effective people. And there he starts with having a vision as a person. So it all begins with an end in mind as to where you want to be. What are your values? Because then your guiding values is what will then help you to be the person that you want to be. And it is important then that a person understand who they are, understand what drives them, because once you know your vision, once you know your values, you will then be able to say, I am able to achieve that because I value one, two, three, four. And it is important then that we do that personal mastery. And at a workspace, first of all, if you are a manager, you get that report that helps you to understand the person you are managing. And if you are an individual, to understand yourself in terms of how do you work in a team space, what type of a person you are, because you don't work alone. So how do you best then interact with your colleagues? So and it gives you perspective in terms of, I'm playing this game. How do I play this game? Do I focus on the ball, or do I focus on the player? And then what is the end game? What is it that we're trying to achieve in this game we're playing? Either it's a business, either it's work, but also most importantly, it helps you understand what you love and what you're passionate about, because then you find yourself that what you love most, you will do it as quickly as possible. But let's say I don't like writing minutes, and minutes is part of my job, you find out that you delay writing minutes. But then if you understand who you are, then you'll find ways of, how do I deal with the things that I love doing, and how do I deal with the things that I don't like doing? Because then they form part of your role, they form of part of who you are. So it is important then to best understand your abilities as a play, as a person, and also how do you then, even the people that are around you, how do you then respect them if then they are playing the game differently? So it really helps you as a human being to be able to participate in the work front, to participate in the business front, to participate even in the environment where you find yourself around your family, your children, your church. Every I think it's very critical to know who you are.
Wow. Thank you so much. On that note, let me bring everybody on stage so we can talk. Let's talk about this, the personal mastery. Because above all, the digitalization, digital innovation and technology, we cannot just do that without being trained on who we are and what we do best, our abilities and capabilities to do best there. So that exactly what Nos was talking about, we don't get drained when we get to do some things. Other people don't like this digital space at all. No matter what you can say that this is the era of fourth industrial revolution, they like what they like. And then somebody else must do the part of digitalization, a part of a job that they were going to do. And the other thing I've learned is that we all, as we all know, we all have different fingerprints. And Zetu can attest more, onto this with the security systems in government. No one has any other body's fingerprints. Then, now what I learned again lately is that it's not just about fingerprints that we are unique, even our values. All of us, we are unique with our values. They can be similar, but they are unique. How do we then speak into this now inclusion for all of us into this digitalization space? Does it make sense to somebody?
I'm not
Who wants to come in first?
I'm not clear on what you expecting from us. Maybe you can try and rephrase it.
This is the sphere now and the phrase where we are. Everybody is unique. And we are still talking about inclusion for all of us.
Mm.
We are unique and we're also looking at opportunities to help people. Sometimes people are grouped. but still give them that space that they are unique with their fingerprints. They will never be similar to any other. They are unique even with the values. Even if we say we identify our values and our goals, we are still unique. Now, how do we come together now to work on this fourth industrial revolution era together, diverse as we are, but how do we become included in this operation?
Okay, I'll go.
Okay.
What is important is what comes to my mind is diversity and inclusion. Diversity is about how different we are and how we come from different space in terms of race, gender, Christianity, a social upbringing. And with that social upbringing, as we come together, it's important then we embrace the diversity, that we are all different people and we come from different backgrounds. And the driving force currently that we're having is how do we best perform in an innovative space, and we are sitting in this technological world. How do we bring each other in terms of embracing this innovation and technology? And really, what comes to my mind, I'm a member of a Methodist church, and with the challenges that we had with COVID, we find ourselves that we could not meet physically, and we had to move to a virtual platform. And you find yourself then you have old women that they actually don't have the smartphones, or then there's issue of data where they cannot be sitting on a Zoom for an hour and a half. And then you have to then say, how do we then make sure that we don't exclude these women from participating? Then we had to look at, everyone does have a WhatsApp. So how do you then best communicate instead of saying we're moving to Zoom? How do we then we use the WhatsApp video calls, and make sure that, or maybe sharing the word via the WhatsApp group, so that then everyone can get included in this space. So I think it takes as it goes back to leadership as well, that it takes a lot of understanding the people that you work with, and also how do you embrace diversity, and how also you are sensitive, because I think when you are used to certain things, your normal is not normal for everyone. The fact that myself and my children we have smartphone, then you take it for granted, but it actually, we need to raise a level of sensitivity, that we are not equal and we are not the same, and we might not be exposed or have access to the same things. And which is what also talking your women in rural areas, they might not have this access to the things that we take for granted. But I think we need to have that level of sensitivity, and then what type of approach you can bring in to make sure that we embrace diversity, and then there's inclusion. Thank you.
Absolutely. Thank you so much. We are back together on stage. Who wants to take it after Nusi?
I'll go.
Thank you,
Also,
Zojo.
I want to add on what Nosi has just alluded to. Uh, Together with diversity and inclusion, I'd like to quote an African proverb that says, if you want to go fast, go alone. But if you want to go far, go together. We need each other. Nobody knows it all. And by including other people, it's very important that you understand diversity, and so that you'll be able to work in harmony with other people. And also knowing your strengths, knowing your weaknesses, and knowing what kind of assistance that you need. But when you have to work on something, be it a project or anything, you're gonna need to outline the resources that you need, whether it's human capital, whether it's finances, whether it is skills, um, everything that you're going to need for this project to be successful. You need to identify, and in identifying that, you will also check what is it that you have and what you do not have. And for those that you don't have, that's when you need to now look around and see where can you access these other resources that you do not have. And if they involve other people, find those people. Whether you're going to have to recruit them, whether you're going to have to uh, form partnerships with them. But again, if you don't have anybody at your disposal, you can still use your technology, your Google. As I said earlier, it's your first call where you can get more information as to where can you access these resources and how, and yes, and then you get them and then you put them together, and in there, what's very important is your emotional intelligence to be able to manage this diversity that you're going to be working with, and have a successful project. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Zetu. Um, Adriana, between you and Zara, who wants to go first?
Okay, I'll go. I think there's no much to add.
All right.
Really, really amazing moment. And for me, it's all about emotional intelligence, what you said before, because even when I hire someone, I focus more into the life skills they have, like the solving problems and justice and empathy. For me, that works better than even people that has bigger degrees. I mean, nothing. It's not that something goes against the other, but definitely to have skills for life, no, to know that there's always, or mainly in life, there's some problems or some things to be solved every day, every hour, sometimes. But if you have like this positive way to deal with it, and trying always to feel what's good for you and what is good for other people, if you focus on that and you surround yourself with this kind, I mean, like you girls, it's amazing how come easily life can become, you know. For me, it's been an interesting path, but as I said, that's another topic. But um, when I met Dr. Harbin Arora, the founder of the Women Economic Forum, it was so nice. She was so sweet when she told me, "Come on, what's wrong with you? You should start feeling the love of your sisters." And that's the first time I felt this sorority, you know, and how women worldwide can support you. I mean, in knowledge, in kindness, in every way. So I think it's really important, the emotional intelligence, and who do you surround in order to succeed in life. And I'm not talking about only to succeed like in a wealthy way, no, but as a human being. So I think that's, you said everything else before, but thank you, and I'll let Sarah talk.
All right. Thank you. Thank you so much. Now, for the last, we're rounding up this part with Zara.
Yeah, I believe that the ladies they have said everything, and there is nothing more to add to it. But uh, regarding the culture and the inclusions that, uh, as I say, that from my culture side, that it's a little bit uh, it's all affected, like how exactly we grow up and all these things, especially the girls. Um, uh, right now, they have the plans actually, what they going to do after their study in the school. They know that they have to go for the college. Before, the ladies, it was not within their agenda to do all these things, but right now, with uh, the developments and the booming that has happened in our country, I believe that everyone is thinking about their future and what they want to do, and especially the girls, like our sheikhs and our sheikh and our rulers. They do take care about this point very seriously, especially for the girls and for the women. They want them to be in the top, always, even like in the parliaments and all these things. They are trying to have it like 50-50, like if there is two men, so there will be two ladies in the same position. So that's it, like a very very important view of our rulers and our sheikhs for the ladies um, in our country, in my country, I can say. And um, it right now, as I said, that the ladies, they are like, they just go to the colleges, they finish, and they go in the field, and they start working effectively in the economy of the country by doing the jobs. And some of them, they are going for the um, what's called the entrepreneur field, that uh, that our sheikh, they say that like with only a salary you cannot live, so you should have another type of income that it will gonna help you. So that's all. I think it came from the the AI. Like they have like categorized it, all the reasons and the issues behind uh, this point, and how they're gonna solve it. And that's what they come with, that okay, the salary itself is not gonna help. They have to go and find another income streams to live a very, like a nice lifestyle, and for the future, for the kids and all these things. So using the technology and these things also help a lot, as I said. And yeah. So right now, actually, we are equal, like with the men in UAE. Like we are giving exactly how the man is giving, and yeah, and that's it. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you so much to all of you ladies. Beautifully so. The three of us on the platform, that's myself, Zara and Adriana, we met on the G100 platform, and we are on the business networking wing together. So I lead South Africa on the business networking wing. Thank you so much. I want to thank you for availing yourselves to come to share your views about the digital to the globe on this platform. And Zetu and Nosi, we are associated on the Power to Lead Foundation on another scale that will be, will be announcing soon. So I don't want to go before the times, but here we are from South Africa, and it is through this digital space that we are on the globe together. We are virtual citizens. We are here and far, and we can do anything. Now, your last note, ladies, the attitude that you would want to motivate people, their attitude towards the digital space. And after that, I have a famous question that I cannot allow you to leave the platform without asking each one of you. So for now, as I round up, we're going towards the end. To Adriana, what is your motivation on the attitude of people towards the digital space?
What's my motivation?
Yes.
Well, I think it's an amazing tool to the girls and to the women to get more knowledge, and I guess it's well, I'm very positive about it. I think it's changing the world for real. You know, it's an amazing way to we can learn from each other, to experience diversity, to experience also respect and equity, and to be empathic with another sisters from around the world. So I'm really looking forward to learn more about technology and to have more skills. But so far, it's a new world, you know, and we have to embrace it, and we have to learn how to take the more advantage in a very positive way, and also in a very safe way for future generations. So I think that's it for me. Thank you.
Thank you. Zetu, what is your motivation? Muted?
You're on mute, Zetu.
You're mute.
Okay,
Yes.
I'm sorry about that. I was saying I will still come back to this device. It all starts here. There's so much you can achieve just by using this. Don't fear technology. Don't let it intimidate you. Have confidence to tackle it. Be curious. Go for it and acquire as much information, even if it's just to acquire information on how best you can access information on how you can improve and do things and develop. Do that because that will lead you into more information, and even in conducting businesses and developing your entrepreneurial skills and your in your success. So don't fear the technology. My father is 83 years old. He's a high tech guy. There's nothing that he cannot do. He does not let it intimidate him. He is more advanced, even I think more than I am. So this thing has got no age. You can't say no. This is for the young people. No, go for it. Just do it. The development is here, and you can do it from your comfort of your home without even leaving, and connect and connect globally like we are right now. Thank you.
Wow. He's a real zenith living life successfully. Over to you, Zara, your motivation to other people about the digital space.
Uh, Actually, being an engineer, I would say that I believe in the digital space, but it should be a little bit controlled, and we should know exactly what is there, and how we are going to use the data that is available there. You can see now this the chat GTP just came in. It just created, uh, the people was very amazed of what this chat GPT can do, and there was a lot of conferences and lots of emergency meetings has been happened and all these things to know that if it is something safe for us or it's not something safe. And I can say here in UAE, even they allowed to use this application and in the universities, and it's allowed it to use it in the government. So I believe that the technology is getting uh, advanced year by year, or I can say day by day, especially that I am in the field. So every day I can hear there is some new technology is coming, there is a new application is coming in. So yes, yes. I mean, we have to be more into this technology, to understand these technologies, so we can use it in a positive way, the positive way for our own use and for our own benefit. And as I said, it should be controlled and should be known exactly how to be used. And that's it. Thank you.
All right, let's come to Nasi. Unmute and tell us your motivation on the digital space, Nasi. All right, she's quickly. All right, let me come back. Let me come back. You know what? Change is here. The fourth industrial revolution is here. We like it or not, we just have to move with the times. Be it we are ready or our countries are ready or not, but it's here. I had a module I wrote on change management about, are we ready for change in our country, South Africa? And it showed really that even the infrastructure of the country is not ready. We are not ready, but the change is here. So all we need is to maneuver through what we can and make sure that we survive in this era through anything that we can do. But nothing is going to change and take us back. We are going forward. Now, my famous question, I'm going to put it on the screen. What is the legacy that you want to leave today and live on earth? I'm going to start with our rounds again. Adriana, please tell us. That's your closing note.
Yes, yes. Okay, my legacy that I want to leave today and live on Earth. Well, of course, it must be compassion, I guess. In order we can be a compassionate people and we can be like kind-hearted to everyone else. It's amazing how can world became a better place. So maybe I'm a dreamer, but I think it's one of the most important things that we should do in business, in life, in our family, everywhere. You know, like to have this little minute of compassion before we spoke or we talk to somebody, because we don't really know what's going on through their life. And the other thing that I would like to say to the girls is that you can do it. I mean, you if it doesn't matter how many times you hear that you can't, you can always can and become the woman you want to be, and just go get it. And thank you, Nancy. It's been such a pleasure to be here with you, with each one of you. I learned so much, and you're such an amazing woman. So I can imagine another way to celebrate the International Women's Day that being here with you and learning so much from each one of you. So thank you very much for this opportunity.
Thank you so much. Thanks so much, Adriana. And let's go to Zetu. What is your last note on what is your legacy that you want to live today and to live tomorrow? Oh, you muted.
Okay. And every
Okay.
day.
Start.
I would say, I would,
Sorry,
I would,
yes.
I would say being a conduit to people living successful lives. I feel I've been privileged in having been exposed to uh, better functioning environments and with knowledge, and that's what I enjoy impacting to those that are less privileged, so that they are able to use it and be successful. And um, it brings me so much joy, and it's something that I love doing, and I do it on a daily basis, and I will do it until I die. Thank you.
Wow. Thank you so much. Zara, what is the legacy that you want to leave today and to live on earth?
Yes. Actually, the legacy is will be like an advice for all the women worldwide. It's if you have a dream and if you have an objectives in your life and you want to reach it, do not stop and do not say that the time has been passed or something. For me, it's um, like maybe I started my business and I started like going in my path of my goals and my dreams very late of my age. So that's what I want to tell all the ladies: do not surrender to your feeling that the time has gone away or flown away from you, and that you cannot do it. But no, you work hard and give the best and give the best from you, and at the end you will reach the empowerment. I would say that it's not you are waiting from someone to give you something, so then you'll say that I'm empowered because some person has given me something, which is most of the people they think it is the meaning of empowerment, but the empowerment actually is just coming from you inside your heart. It's it's like a power. It comes to your heart, and you only have to accelerate it, and then uh, take it out. When you take it, accelerate that the power inside you, and you take it out, you will see everything is in front of you. All the opportunities it just will be clear, and you just can snatch it and you just can go ahead and work with it, and you will be successful inshallah in your life. So that's what I wanted to say, and I think it is a good legacy that I can give it to all of the ladies, that work on yourself and find the empowerment in yourself and make it as a power and accelerate outside of you. Thank you.
Wow. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Let's bring Nosi to stage. Nosi, you have two aspects to speak about. The first one is when we are about to tell us about the attitude of motivating people on their attitude to love the digital space. Change is here. Fourth industrial revolution is not going to change. Motivate people first, and then you will come to the answering the last question for us.
Thank you. Uh, for me, there's a movie that I think every girl child needs to watch. The movie called Hidden Figures. And in that movie, what I took out, it was a challenging journey for African American women in the NASA space in the early years, but because they were so driven, they could not allow the status quo to remain as it is. So they had courage, they had long-term goals, and they were resilient, and they ensure that they portray excellence, but rather than being perfectionist. So I really will encourage young girls, even every female, to get to that Hidden Figures a movie, because motivating each other as women and also pushing themselves to the best of their ability. So that's how I will motivate women, because we think that when you're in the corner, it's about you. But when you look at those who have gone before you, and you realize that these challenges have been there, but you can learn a lot from that movie in terms of pushing the boundaries in every space that we have been closed in as women.
Thank you. Now, on the famous question, the last one: what is the legacy that you want to leave today and live on?
I've joined the mining industry when it was not fashionable for women to be in that space. and we did not have mentors, specifically female mentors. So for me, the legacy that I want to build or that I live on every day is to ensure that I impart knowledge. I mentor young engineers that come in that space of STEM in general, and ensure that then they have, we are those who have been before them, and then who assist them to climb the corporate ladder to be the best version of who they can be. So the type of legacy that, or what I'm passionate about, is coaching and mentoring young girls.
Thank you so much, Nasi. To our viewers, we have come to the end of our show. We have done our part as Power to Lead show. Our mission on Power to Lead Foundation is to heal, educate, empower, innovate, influence, impact, inspire. You know, we want to inspire and love to live, inspire people to live any day, and to love themselves and what they do, and to live a leadership, heritage, and legacy of integrity. Thank you so much for being with us on this day, on the International Women's Day. Thank you for accelerating inclusion for women and girls through economic transformation. That one goes to the panelists. Thank you so much. And to our viewers, please join us next week, same time on Wednesday. We'll be having another panel. Thank you so much to our viewers. Please like, share, subscribe, and follow us. We love the following on this platform. I love you unconditionally. For me, this is your host. Please partner with us, collaborate, sponsor. If you want to sponsor a show or an episode, talk to me. I am Dr. Nziki Noto. DM me and let's connect. Let's do what we can do. We talked about doing things together on this platform. And I want to thank lastly our sponsors. Thank you to Vuga Africa Foundation in Johannesburg, in South Africa, for sponsoring the platform, and Amen Show. Amen means or stands for Amplified Moms Empowerment Network in California, in the US, partnering with Power to Lead in South Africa. I am also going to invite all of you ladies on the panel to join that platform. So for now, for us on Power to Lead show, thank you so much. We love you all, and thank you for being such a wonderful, wonderful panel, empowering people, giving it all to the nations. God bless you all. Thank you. We love you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. As we're saying bye bye to the viewers, we just close with a word of prayer. Father, thank you for being with us. Thank you for granting such a beautiful time to share with our communities, share with the globe what you have put in our hearts. May you bless us, bless the ladies who shared on the panel from their hearts and all their knowledge. Thank you once again for creating us in your image. In the mighty name of Yeshua, we pray. Amen. Thank you so much, ladies. Let's say bye bye to the viewers. Say bye to the viewers.
Thank you so much.
Bye bye to the viewers. Please stay behind. Don't go out. We're just ending the show.